Yeah. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Bahasham, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and do well. To the elder apostles in Connecticut, to the bishops, the priests, the teachers, the evangelists, and the four winds preaching the truth with sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect, Shalom. To the Israelite foreigners, whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father and have come back to the fold, Shalom. To you sisters, you Aquathium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence. This your brother Aram Yehawada with the lesson.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is just one of the many individuals that are calling out the chemical pharmaceutical industry. We have lots of people who are saying that the way that these companies have kept the Americans sick is no longer going to be accepted in what they're calling the new America. We do have some concern that the verbiage or the trends that are spreading right now, calling for things like capital punishment and complete changes to the way things are, they may be a little bit scary. Now let's listen to what Junior has to say. The thing that people have to understand is that 4 companies that make 72 of vaccines, Pfizer, Glaxo, Merck, and Sanofi, all these companies have convicted felons. Not only that, serial felonies. Their business model is committing felonies. These companies in the last 10 years collectively had paid $35 billion in penalties, damages, and fines for falsifying science. Now, I can't fact check this. You guys have to fact check it yourself. I'm just going off of what a member of our government, who's about to be a leading member of our government, has to say about it. He said they have lied to doctors. They have taken the early lives of hundreds of thousands of people. A makeshift or a flagship product has taken the lives of 120,000 Americans. It was a pill. They were selling it as a headache pill. I guess it was called Vioxx. Do some research on Vioxx if that's something you want to know. Merck knew about it, causing heart attacks, taking people's lives. They didn't tell anybody. They for certain didn't say anything about it because their spreadsheets showed there were counters, their accountants. They said that you're going to take the lives of this many people per dose, and no one went to jail. So here we have people saying that, well, capital punishment.
Yeah, so this is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And as you could tell in the earth, under the rulership that it is right now, they must not be the righteous, right? They can't be the righteous, right? Because the people in the land of Israel said that they fulfill prophecy, but under prophecy, it said that the world would be healed. The world would not feel, it wouldn't be in the condition that it is in, right? Of course, like we always go into, of course, they're going to serve their 1,000 years of slavery, but all those nations are going to get their inheritance back, right? Under us, under Yahweh Shai, King David, the 144,000, they're going to get their land back. After their 1,000 years of slavery, you just got to go through a quick little 1,000. It's nothing, right? And of course, through those thousands of generations, there is reincarnation. So you will be back at least several times during that 1,000 years, right? Because the spirit, your soul, lives forever. The man dies, right? The flesh dies, but your spirit comes back, reincarnates. So you will be a slave several times over, right, through your reincarnations. But once you get your land, right, everybody except Esau, once you get your land, you're gonna be good. You're gonna be eating real food, real fruit, right? Your only requirement is to keep the Sabbaths and the holy days and pay tribute. But you're going to be breathing good, clean air, right? I mean, it's going to be way better than what's going on right now, right? People are going to rejoice, right? I mean, people are going to rejoice, right? Yeah, so when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, right? When you go back and and you read the account of the Israelites, and even that was a weakest state. Matter of fact, let's read that real quick. Yeah, so this is Numbers chapter 13, verse 23. And this is when the Israelites had to go scout out the land to see how plenteous it was, right before they were trying to, the Lord allowed Moses to lead them. They were getting ready to head to the promised land, and they were supposed to just see all this plenteous fruit and believe what the Most High said that was meant to be theirs. But that's what I'm saying. This was if you think about it, this was in a low estate. And then it still said it was plenteous, right? So it says, and they came to Brook Eshel and cut down from thence a branch from one cluster, right? See, they didn't cut down a bunch of clusters, just one cluster of grapes, right? And they bear it between two upon a staff. So they put the staff between two people so they can carry it. So this thing is heavy enough that two people, basically carried this staff between them with just one cluster of grapes, right? And they brought of the pomegranates and of the figs. So they grabbing this percent, showing that it's plenteous. It had plenty of different fruits, this and this, as they're scouting the land. And that was supposed to give them, motivation, so to speak. You know what I mean? That they could take the whole land. They're supposed to look at that like, what? And these heathen got that? Like, they're supposed to get mad and just start wrecking shop. But, it is what it is. It had to play out the way it needed to play out. And the place was called Brook Ethel because of the cluster of grapes which the children of Israel cut down from thence. So you got to think this is in a low estate, right? Yeah, so this is 2nd Ezra chapter 5, verse 51. He asked me and said, ask a woman that beareth children, and she shall tell thee, say unto her, wherefore are unto they whom thus has known brought forth like those that are before, but less in stature. See, so he's saying those men that were brought before time, each time men are through generations, they become less in stature. And she shall answer thee that they that be born in the strength of their of youth are of one fashion, and they that are born in the time of age when the womb faileth, right? So when a woman's older, right, which proves to you that a woman's supposed to actually have children when she's younger, not when she's older. When her womb faileth, or otherwise, consider thus therefore also how that ye are less in stature than those that were before you. Right? So, just bringing that as a point of showing you that yesteryear, that was weak. These, imagine when the kingdom of heaven and the Israelites actually get in the land. Just showing you if yeah. So I was just using that real quick as a point to prove that was, even when you think of that, when before Esau polluted the whole earth and tilled the ground so many times that it doesn't give its increase the way it should. And when the earth was given a pretty good increase, that's basically nothing to where it's going to be at in the kingdom of heaven. If those grapes were so heavy that 2 men had to carry it, plus the pomegranates that it took several people to carry this stuff, how much more in the kingdom when we're ruling? So people are going to, just proving that people are going to rejoice once we're ruling, once we're in rulership. So when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, right in there, and that's what they're doing, they're bearing rule right now. The people mourn. So and we haven't seen anything yet, because what he just brought up, capital punishment they're talking about bringing back. All while at the same time, these people brought forth medicines and things, and then they're trying to tell you that you have to do these things as far as the world health, as if they care about your health, right? When you're using these same companies that's criminals themselves. So not only are your health people criminals, your president is a criminal, which basically is full circle to how this country was built, right? So now you're gonna see who these people have always been, right? This is that time that you're living in. Yeah, so this is Job chapter 34 and 30, that the hypocrite reigneth not, lest the people be ensnared. See, and ultimately, these people can't rule unless you're ensnared, and that's ultimately how they're ruling over you. All you people are ensnared, and this is how the hypocrites, and they're using this thing, being hypocrites, as they're saying this and that. They're calling you the criminal, or they're saying you're selfish, trying to guilt you into to taking their these so-called antidotes that they're not antidotes, right? they're not, they're doses doses of something, or the anti, but it's not it's not something that's going to heal you, right? So while they're all criminals, they're talking about bringing capital punishment. Well, who capital punishes you when you're all criminals? When thousands of people have so-called died at your hand. But hey, look, I'm gonna go ahead and put this. This is for educational purposes only, right? I do not make any money from anything that guy said, right? So this is only for educational purposes only, right? Of why I was doing that, using that, right? I'm not making any money, right? Yeah, so this is 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 20. Says, "O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust," right? So we hold to the law, statutes, commandments, right? That was permitted to our trust. The understanding, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Most High, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakadash. That we're the Israelites, the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, man. We got to hold to what we've been trusting in, man. And there's laws and things that govern us, man, right? And we are to obey the laws of the land, but when the laws of the land go too far, and it disobey, it causes you to disobey what the Most High has to say. Now you have gone too far, right? Trust the science. But here it is, this guy and what was it? Was his this Kennedy, right? One of the Kennedy Jr., right? That this guy's speaking about. Hey, he's been in politics for quite some time. I would say that he has to be a pretty educated person, right? He didn't say any of those things just to be saying it, right? But now that he's about to be in, maybe all that go out the window. The things that he said from before, right? So avoiding profane and vain babbling, right? Because a lot of times people they're saying a bunch of things and it equivalates to nothing. Especially if they're saying trust the science, and it goes against Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Now you're talking foolish, man. You're talking crazy, right? And oppositions, right? Because ultimately, when you look at these situations, a lot of this, they're in opposition of you, man. They're not for you; they're against you, right? Of science falsely so called. So when you go trust the science, and then yet people are dropping, unalived in such a crazy way, and then you commit all these crimes, and as hypocrites, like brought out, this is how you're ruling. You're just ruling over everybody. You got them ensnared, right? Under this system, under the government, which government means mind control. So you got everybody under this mind control, right? Yeah. So basically, this is Proverbs chapter 14, verse 15. The simple believeth every word, but the prudent, right? And Lord willing, that's you. Lord willing, that's me, right? We got to be prudent in this thing. We got to watch and things what's going on, and that's what this guy, he's giving you a little few tidbits and information, and you're supposed to take heed. So I just put a little snippet of what he had to say. I'm just gonna throw up the scriptures. Lord willing, the Spirit is working with me, and it's be edifying. So and then you just got to think, But the prudent man looked well to his going, right? And ultimately, a lot of that had to do with things that were going to cause you to sin against the Most High, right? Willingly, It's different. We sin every day on some type of level, but willingly, no, we don't know on a willingly basis. No, we're not here to sin willingly like that, man. Taking these certain things and this and that. Hey, man. Hey. Says a wise man feareth and depart from evil. See? And this is a time where they're saying, hey, look, we could be hypocrites. We could sell you drugs. People could drop dead from drugs, and we ain't gonna go to prison. We're not gonna go to jail. Nothing's gonna happen to us. We're just gonna get a billion more dollars. That makes us. We're gonna go from a billionaire to a trillionaire, from a trillionaire to a zillionaire, and ain't nothing gonna happen to us, right? Which is hypocritical, because if you did anything, you're going to jail. They want their money because you didn't pay you made a bunch of drug money and you didn't pay taxes. Hey man, yeah, they want all their money, right? Which is where the Karagma is going to come, because how you gonna do all that thing once the Karagma is pushed, right? I'm pretty sure they'll probably find something, but either way it goes, it's going to be some type of something. Because hey, listen, bro, it's crazy. But you should, hey, but the wise fear, and who do we fear? Yahweh Bashem Shai, man. We ain't fearing this devil. It's about fearing the Most High. Fear, and a wise man feareth and departeth from evil, right? But the foolish rageth and is confounded, right? And that's ultimately what's going to happen to Esau, man. Or you're foolish. You're gonna get consumed with like the rest of those people. And then what's weird is nobody's talking about it. This is the first I've heard of this stuff like this. I mean, I know doing the CV-19, a lot of people, that whole thing went down. But this level of all these different other things, what he's saying Robert F. Kennedy or whatever has said, that's crazy. Nobody's not speaking about that on a high level. Especially since such a high level of people got unalived, right? Yeah, so this is Isaiah chapter 60, verse 2. For behold, which means feast your eyes, look, pay attention, the darkness shall cover the earth, right? Which that's ultimately going into Esau, bringing, basically lying, going into, the I'm not Isaiah, but Revelations 20, that he should come out and deceive the world again. And that's ultimately what he did, to cover the earth in darkness and his lies. He's a Greek, he's a Roman, he's European. Now he's Israeli, he's an American. All these all these lies, you know what I mean? The big one is he can call himself Caucasian and Anglo-Saxon all in the same sentence, and there's no way you could be a Caucasian and Anglo-Saxon, right? Because it tells you that's what when you go into the missing links, I believe it's the missing links, the Negro missing links. It shows you that what's his name? King James was a so-called black man, and that he was an angelic son of Isaac, and he was a commandment keeper, which you were not going to find a so-called white person who calls himself so-called white person, self-proclaimed white person, call himself Anglo-Saxon and they're a commandment keeper. That's just, you know what I mean. And you could be Caucasian, which means cave dweller. This is asinine, right? So so behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, right? So all these lies and gross darkness to people, and seeing this ultimately, like it said, the government means mind control, and through the hypocrites snares, it ensnares, and that's how they're ruling, putting the mind control, putting lies, right in front of your face, and somehow people go with the status quo, even though this guy's bringing it out that Robert F. Kennedy has brought out this thousands and thousands and millions of people has been unalived. Should be some important news. They're talking about capital punishment on a high level, because now this guy's bringing it out, because this is stuff that we've been bringing out forever, man. That the elders been bringing it out forever. You're talking about 40 years. The elders been saying that it's going to go to a certain level that these devils are going to show their horns. And here it is. This is another, a man who looks like an Edomite, which may or may not be an Edomite. He's coming out and saying it. Look, these guys are, but it's not on a high level with you people, man. Not on a high level at all, right? You're still going on with the status quo, or being the ostrich, putting your head in the sand, hoping that this all blow by. But guess what? Danger is still at your feet. Danger is still right behind you. Danger is all around you, and your head being in the sand don't change that, right? So. Hey, but it says right here, yeah, and gross darkness, the people, right? A lot of you people are in darkness. A lot of you under the mind manipulation of the government. But Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakadash, shall arise upon thee, right, which the elect, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. See, and we got the wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and then this thing puts fear in people, man. Because they see that we're going to rule the world. But they should be glad, man. Should be happy for us to rule the world, man. Because you wouldn't have this pollution. The things that say that you're supposed to be healed. And it don't heal you, right? And instead, you're listening to these physicians, right? These doctors, you taking these things because you got all this gross darkness upon you. It says, but ye are forgers of lies, and that's what doctor means. Doctor means to forge, right? So, ye are all physicians of no value, saying that they're not true physicians. That's what doctor means. It means to forge, and so they put a doctor in a place which means to forge, right? So, they're fake. They're fake physicians. They're not there to heal you, right? But gross darkness to people, and the things that you think is for your benefit is really for your detriment, right? It opposes, right? The false science opposes against you, right? Science falsely so called, right? Yeah, but ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value, right? Yeah. So this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 38:8. And such doeth the apothecary maketh a confection, right? Which basically they give you food, herbs to eat, right? Good food, herbs. Things that's going to actually heal you, benefit your body, right? And of his works, there is no end, right? Because people are always getting sick, and then especially if you trust in this society, you're always going to be sick. Your body's never going to be well, right? From him, and there is no end, and from him the peace, from him is peace over all the earth, and from him there is peace over all the earth, right? Because he basically, he's there to help you, man. He's give you peace, put your body at ease instead of dis-ease, where you get, where you get disease from, man. But this place is constant stress when you go to work, and they'll tell you, you know what, stress kills, and then they put a whole bunch of stress on you everywhere you go, right? You know, and the food that you eat causes stress. Then you go home, you hear your wife, blah blah blah, stress. The children, stress. The oxygen, the air, the pollution, the thing, stress, right? Everything is stress. You try to drink just so you can relax, but drinking ain't really good for you either. So it's just stress, right? Everything is stressful, man. Right? But it says, yeah, and from him is peace over all the earth, right? Because he can, he can help people. My son, in thy sickness, be not negligent, but pray. See, don't just put everything on the doctor. Oh, I'm just gonna go to the person, which doctor mean to falsify. So I would say go to an apothecary or go to an actual true physician, someone who's gonna actually look at things in a different perspective and giving you different herbs and different ways and things besides the conventional stuff that's made by men, right? Which that's why they're trying to destroy all this stuff and put everything's made from a goddamn factory or something. Everything is robots right now, man. Right? And they want to crank that level up too. So, but you be not negligent, but pray unto Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, and He will make thee whole. So you can't just leave everything just on, a whim. I'm just gonna go take these pills and everything's okay. I'm gonna go do this and that and not pray. Matter of fact, you should have been praying before you, because maybe the Lord would have told a lot of these people don't even take that stuff. Yeah, I was gonna take it. The doctor was saying do this, but I prayed about it, I thought about it, and something just told me, man, dump that shit. And then now you can look at, and maybe there were some people who did that, and they can look back and go, man, thank God I actually took time to pray. I took time to pray, and now I'm seeing people be unalived by the same thing I was about to I was gonna embark in or take myself, right, so to speak, But this is where everything is at, man. That's why you're supposed to pray when you wake up, pray during your day, pray before you eat, pray before you go to sleep. The Lord said you're supposed to meditate on His words day and night. You know what I'm saying? All day. Should we listen to some brothers teach something? Hey, bro, I don't know what it is for your life, but I mean, that's what I do. After a while, a certain time, I'll be like, man, I haven't heard the brothers in a while. I ain't heard the elders. I heard, you know what? I got to put something on. I got to listen to one of the brothers, one of the elders, somebody speak that word to me, man. Keep your spirits up, man. Lord willing, It says, leave off from sin. See, ultimately, that's ultimately how you actually be healed. Ultimately, I mean, you can put the herbs, you can do all the things, but the main thing is what? To leave off from sin and order thy hands aright, right? And the things that you're doing in life, order your things aright. And cleanse thy heart, right, which your mind, your mind from all wickedness, man. And that's ultimately what it is, man. You got to cleanse your mind from all wickedness and give sweet savor, right, which is going into the herbs, eat good herbs and things like that, savor, and memorial of fine flour, right, different herbs and different things when you cook your food, not just fatty other different things, and make it fat offering as not a fat offering as being as not being, right? Give place to the physician, right? So you got to be able to try to eat healthy, try to do something, do snap. But the main thing is prayer, man. Leave off from your sins and do like this, and try to eat a little bit healthy, because then, hey, it goes some way. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the Lord said. It said give place to the physician, for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai created him. Let him not go from thee, for thus have need of him. So we need of true physicians, right? And so in this world, you got doctors and stuff, and I guess you can listen to them a little bit, but you should really only trust them about so much, especially when you're dealing with this society and everything's going. Everything is microwaved. Everything is right now. Me right now. Oh, here, just take this pill. You know what I mean? And all it does is it subsides thing, but it doesn't cure it. I wouldn't even say put a Band-Aid over it. It makes you feel okay. You're like, damn, I feel a little bit better. So you start moving around and snap, but then as soon as you ain't taking the thing, which is probably doing something else to your body, causing you something to your appendix or something, or your liver or your kidney, because you're taking this thing trying to heal something else. And in this society with these hypocrites, man, why hey, the average everyday guy out there selling whatever he's selling, whatever type of drug, now he's this criminal. But this guy can sell, hey, forget about it, man. But yeah, let me put this last scripture in real quick. But yeah, I had thought about this verse real quick when because the Lord was saying give space to the physician. So he said basically, ultimately, always give praise. You know what I'm saying? Give praise to the Lord first and foremost. Everything's about the Lord. The Lord can make you whole, but don't forget about the physician. Don't just put him away. And that's what this society has taught you. Under gross darkness, it told you just to put away the physician. Come over here and get these man-made things from a factory, which you don't know what they put in that, man. Right? You don't know what's in that. Right? I mean, the guy said it. Like he said, you got to fact check it yourself. Right? I'm just doing this for educational purposes only. Not saying I'm a doc, not saying ain't getting any medical misinformation or anything. You're saying you got to look the stuff up for yourself. You can't just trust everything. But the Lord said, hey, don't give up the physician. In this society, because of gross darkness to people, you have given up the physicians, man. You allowed them to murder. What was it? They were saying that it was a bunch of physicians that were on a plane, and they all got on a plane to go to a conference, and the thing blew up. But there was no riot in the streets for this. You should have known that was the government. And even if you didn't think it was, you still should be right. Those were physicians. How are you going to get well? Even the Lord said, hey, you need this guy. He bring peace upon the earth. Why would you allow these people to keep arresting physicians and people, and you people don't do nothing? But let me get to my point, because it says something about leave space for him. So it says, for body exercise profiteth little. So he said, hey, look, give space for him. So yeah, you might need to do some actual exercises and working out, so you can give space for the physician to whatever he gives you. It's gonna allow it to work, right? But godliness is profitable unto all things. So ultimately, it's all about Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. Right? It's going to be profitable to all things, having promise of this life that is now. So whatever you're doing right now, it's profitable for you to praise Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. Right? And that which is to come. So hey, we're talking about the world to come anyway, man. So with all that, I want to give all praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well. To the elder apostles in Connecticut, to the bishops, the priests, the teachers, the evangelists, and the four winds preaching in truth and sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect, Shalom. To the Israelite foreigners whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father and have come back to the fold. Shalom. To you sisters, you Akwathium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence and a Bible ball. Kwame Yasharallah.